Welcome to English Story Vault. Get ready, everyone, because this story will take you on an exciting adventure. Let the story begin. In mid-2025, something incredibly sudden and serious unfolded. A direct war erupted between Israel and Iran. This event sent shockwaves across the globe, deeply unsettling many. Russia, a pivotal global player, has been deeply entrenched in the Middle East for decades, fostering strong ties with both nations. As a long-standing partner to Iran, Russia also cultivated robust relations with Israel, particularly since the early 1990s. With both its friends now at war, Russia found itself in an exceptionally difficult and delicate position. Russia's immediate response when hostilities commenced, Russia reacted swiftly. The Kremlin issued official statements, unequivocally condemning Israel's military actions as violations of international law. Russian President Vladimir Putin also addressed the grave situation, asserting Russia's desire to help Israel and Iran cease hostilities. Putin extended Russia's assistance to facilitate a peaceful resolution, offering to mediate talks between the two countries. He noted that Russia had already shared negotiation proposals with both sides, aiming to act as a peacemaker. Russia is meticulously navigating its diverse relationships, striving to preserve its enduring friendship with Iran. While maintaining positive relations with Israel, it aims to strike a fine balance in this challenging scenario, aspiring to be seen as a global problem solver rather than a partisan in the conflict. Russia's actions underscore its intent to play a crucial role in managing this war through dialogue and diplomacy, not military force. This conflict serves as a critical test for Russia's standing in the Middle East and on the global stage, necessitating careful consideration of its alliances and national interests. The enduring bond with Iran, Russia, and Iran share a long-standing friendship which deepened significantly after the Soviet Union's dissolution in the late 1990s. Since then, they've forged a close partnership. Russia was instrumental in Iran's crucial nuclear energy program, notably constructing Iran's first nuclear power plant at Bushehr and collaborating on global nuclear agreements. In January 2025, this friendship was formalized and strengthened when their leaders signed a comprehensive strategic partnership treaty. This landmark agreement signifies deep future cooperation across political, economic, and defense sectors designed to guide their relationship for many years. Beyond treaties, Russia and Iran have engaged in practical military cooperation, most notably in Syria, where they both supported the Syrian government for several years. More recently, particularly since the conflict in Ukraine, their military relationship has intensified. Iran has become a key supplier of military drones, specifically Shahed drones, which Russia has utilized in Ukraine.
Highly very intertwined.
Security interests. However, Russia's commitment to Iran has clear limits. Despite their strong partnership, Russia has explicitly stated it will not fight on Iran's behalf. The January 2025 Strategic Partnership Treaty does not include a mutual military defense pact. Russian officials also noted that Iran has not requested Russian military forces or direct assistance in the current conflict with Israel. Furthermore, Russia exercises caution regarding the types of weapons it provides Iran. While defense cooperation exists, Russia has been slow to deliver certain advanced military equipment, such as modern Su-35 fighter jets, despite earlier discussions. This hesitation stems primarily from Russia's concern that such powerful aircraft could potentially be used against Israel, disrupting Russia's desired balance in the Middle East and jeopardizing its relationship with Israel. Navigating this long-standing friendship with Iran presents new and complex challenges for Russia, especially amidst current tensions. Russia seeks to offer political and diplomatic support to Iran, leveraging their strong ties, but must also weigh the potential dangers of getting drawn into a wider conflict or damaging other crucial regional relationships. Russia is carefully managing these complex issues, walking a difficult tightrope between its friends. Keeping doors open, the Israel connection Russia maintained. Another crucial friendship in the Middle East, Israel.
During the Cold War, Russia
And Israel had no official relations. But this changed dramatically in 1991, when their friendship was rekindled and rapidly strengthened. Several key factors contributed to this strong connection. A significant reason was emigration. Millions of Russian speakers moved from Russia to Israel, forming a large community that fostered strong cultural, business, and security links between. The two nations, Russia and Israel, also engaged in important security dialogues, developing a tacit understanding. For instance, Russia permitted Israel to conduct military strikes in Syria, often targeting Iranian-linked groups without intervention. In return, Israel largely remained silent on Russia's war in Ukraine, abstaining from the widespread Western criticism. This implicit agreement proved mutually beneficial for a considerable period. Russia was also deliberate in its arms sales to Iran. Despite their growing friendship, Russia refrained from quickly supplying Iran with its most advanced fighter planes, like the Su-35 jets. Many believed this was to avoid threatening Israel and to maintain the delicate balance in the Middle East. President Vladimir Putin often underscored Russia's good relations with both countries, noting Russia's assistance with Iran's nuclear power station construction while assuring Israel of its security during the project.
This demonstrated Russia's
effort to befriend to otherwise adversarial nations. Keeping these diplomatic channels open to both Iran and Israel was a cornerstone of Russia's strategy, allowing it to play a mediating role when major conflicts arose. This strong friendship with Israel was a vital component of Russia's regional actions. Russia's diplomatic offensive. Following the outbreak of fighting, Russia articulated its position clearly. On June 17th, Russia's foreign ministry issued a public statement condemning Israel's attacks on Iran as illegal under international law. The ministry also voiced serious concern about the nuclear danger posed by attacking nuclear facilities. President Vladimir Putin personally intervened, engaging in phone calls with the leaders of both Iran and Israel, offering Russia's assistance in mediating talks to halt the hostilities and find a peaceful resolution. Russia also dispatched a message to the United States. Russian official Sergei Ryabkov cautioned America against joining the war, warning that U.S. military involvement in the Middle East would severely destabilize the region. Despite strong verbal criticism of Israel, Russia made it clear it supports Iran diplomatically but is not dispatching weapons or soldiers to aid Iran in this war. Russia aims to be a facilitator of peace, engaging with both sides, striving to manage a difficult situation between its allies. Voices within Russia and inside Russia, opinions on the war varied. State television news largely echoed the government's official stance, portraying Israel's attacks as illegal and expressing concern about nuclear risks. Some Russians viewed Israel as an adversary due to its close ties with the United States, which has strained relations with Russia. These individuals hoped for Israel's weakening, believing it would benefit Russia, and even suggested Russia should aid Iran and other anti-Israel forces. Such sentiments were often amplified on pro-government media platforms. Conversely, others within Russia advocated for extreme caution, emphasizing Russia's important friendships with both Israel and Iran. They believed Russia should strive to maintain good relations with both, fearing that providing more powerful weapons to Iran could exacerbate the situation and harm ties with Israel. They stressed the importance of maintaining regional balance and noted that Iran had not requested Russian military assistance in the conflict. There were also those who disagreed with the government's broader policies. These individuals often expressed concern about the war, sometimes sympathizing more with Israel's security concerns, and disliked Russia's government taking sides or becoming overly entangled in the conflict. Thus, diverse opinions existed within Russia, while the official message, disseminated through state media, was unequivocally against Israel's actions. A mix of views permeated society, demonstrating the complexity of the situation. The government's voice, particularly via state media, heavily influenced public perception, but other quieter voices revealed a lack of unanimous consensus on Russia's proper course of action. Russia's gains and dangers. Russia is meticulously analyzing the implications of the Israel-Iran war, which presents both advantages and disadvantages. Gains: the global focus shifts from Ukraine to the Middle East. It's potentially benefiting Russia's military operations in Ukraine. Rising oil prices due to Middle Eastern instability increase Russia's revenue, helping offset international sanctions. There's a potential for reduced U.S. aid to Ukraine. As President Donald Trump's attention is diverted to the Israel-Iran situation, fostering hopes for increased dialogue with the U.S. on critical global issues, Russia's offer to mediate. Peace enhances its image as an important problem solver, boosting its global standing. Dangers. Iran, a key Russian ally, could be destabilized, or its government overthrown, leading to the loss of a long-standing partner. Managing simultaneous conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East poses significant logistical and strategic challenges for Russia. A weakened Iran might increasingly align with the United States, a detrimental outcome for Russia. While Russia's mediation efforts can be seen as a gain, they also carry the risk of Iran pivoting towards the U.S. in the future. Russia's aspiration to be a powerful problem solver in the Middle East is challenged by the complexities and limitations of its regional influence. Therefore, for Russia, this war presents opportunities for increased influence alongside significant risks of losing allies or encountering new difficulties. Global reactions in Russia's role. The world closely observed Russia's cautious stance in the Israel-Iran war as it engaged with both sides' leaders and offered to mediate peace. This action was globally significant. China and Russia, close allies, held remarkably similar views on the conflict. Both condemned Israel's actions and supported Iran at the United Nations. Contrasting with the United States and many European nations backing Israel, highlighting a clear global divide, the United States, a staunch ally of Israel, under President Donald Trump, strongly supported Israel, but also unequivocally stated its desire to prevent the war from escalating. President Trump even spoke with Russian President Putin about the Israel-Iran war and the ongoing Ukraine situation. Trump's lighthearted remark about focusing on Ukraine first indicated its continued prominence for the U.S. But his engagement with Putin on the Middle East acknowledged Russia's role. China also sought to de-escalate the conflict, offering to mediate talks between Israel and Iran, echoing Russia's desire for peace and aiming to project itself as a global problem-solver. Iran received limited support from regional allies such as groups in Syria and Lebanon, Hezbollah, and Yemen Houthis, who conducted minor attacks against Israel. However, no major power other than Russia in a restricted capacity offered substantial military aid to Iran. Many other countries globally remained largely silent, cautiously observing and hoping the conflict would not spread, primarily concerned about oil prices and regional security. Israel's neighbors like Egypt and Jordan largely remained neutral, focused on preventing the war from spilling over their borders. Thus, the world witnessed Russia playing a highly active and important role. It was not merely an observer, but actively engaged with leaders, issued public statements, and strived to be instrumental in de-escalating the war. Russia skillfully maintained a delicate balance, preserving friendships with both Iran and Israel. While many other nations sided or watched nervously, Russia's actions underscored its pursuit of power and influence in major global events, demonstrating its intent to be an indispensable party in any resolution, even amidst its challenging war in Ukraine. The Israel-Iran conflict momentarily reshaped global perceptions of Russia, solidifying its determination to be included in all peace negotiations. Russia's next move? So what's Russia's next step? It's playing a very calculated game. Russia is engaging with all involved parties, Israel, Iran, and other nations like the United States. President Putin has spoken with President Donald Trump about the situation. Officially, Russia maintains that Israel's attacks were unlawful and against international norms. However, Russia is not deploying soldiers or supplying extensive weaponry to Iran. Instead, it aims to be a peacemaker, offering to facilitate dialogue between Iran and Israel, asserting that negotiation is the sole path to lasting peace. This war also offers Russia some strategic advantages. Global attention is shifting from the Ukraine conflict to the Middle East, which benefits Russia. Additionally, the turmoil in the Middle East is driving up oil prices. It's bolstering Russia's economy. Yet, there are inherent challenges. Iran is a Russian ally and its potential weakening. Or collapse would mean the loss of a long-standing partner.